Hi there, James here from Knives and Stones. On today's episode, I will show you how to remove this hardwood wire handle. The basic idea of removing this wire handle is by putting some sort of knocking block. Put it here and then tap this side. You can't just pull it apart like this, and you will have to knock it. But you can't knock here, obviously. There's nothing for you to knock to. So you have to use some sort of bridge to be able to reach here and then start tapping. And that's the use of this wooden block. You can find any type of wooden block that you have lying at home. It will work. Okay, let's start. Before we actually do the knocking, it is best for you to protect the knife. You can't just place the knife in direct contact with the wood because it might well scratch your precious knife. So use some protective method, like so. As you can see in here, like so. That's the other way. Hold it firmly and tapping the other side. Okay, let's try. All right, that was easy. So the knife has been knocked off. This is kind of like a simplest way of removing the hardwood handle. Sometimes you will find it very difficult to actually remove it. In that case, it is probably better to put the knife into an oven, perhaps about, set it to about 85 to 90 degrees for maybe 10 to 15 minutes. If it requires longer, maybe 20 minutes. In that way, the knife gets heated up to the point that it will create a bit of movement inside the handle, between the handle and the knife. Therefore, it is easier for you to knock it off. If we happen to have another example that requires heating, I will do it in another episode. Thanks for watching. Here I have a knife that has its tang glued into the handle. And on the second part of the video, I will show you how to remove this type of handles. As you can see here, the knife is basically glued into the handle. This indicates that this knife is glued into the handle, and it will be very difficult for us to use a bridging block to knock the handle off because you can expect the glue is very strong. So let's see what we can do about it. We will heat the knife in an oven. Set the temperature at about 85 degrees Celsius or 180 degrees Fahrenheit, and the time between 10 to 20 minutes. This is really because this type of handles usually use hot glue, which melts at about 85 degrees Celsius. And if you heat it long enough, it will not damage the knife, but it will easily be able to pull the handles apart from the knife. So once heated, we will just try to pull them apart. And if you can't do that, don't worry, just try to hit it again. Sometimes a bit of knocking does help as well. This is the usual method that we use to remove the handle that's glued into the knife. But this only applies to hot glues only. It doesn't work on epoxy. And you can see here the handle is perfectly intact and we can use it in another knife. Alright guys, these are the usual two ways of removing the handles from Japanese knives. Thanks for watching. See you next time.